I've been broadcasting meteorology for over 20 years, so I've seen quite a few tornado outbreaks in my past 2 decades, and I've worked several outbreaks of tornadoes as well, some in Jackson, Mississippi, and now here. And this one probably being that I was actually working.
And this is probably one of the scariest scenes I've seen in our neck of the woods in quite a while here. There's going to be some significant and really, I would say, catastrophic damage.
Will certainly be one that stands out most in my memory, in the sense that it was just one of those scenarios where you had, okay, a slight risk for severe weather, and we get those all the time, but then all of a sudden to have all the ingredients come together for some folks, and I don't think many will complain, but for some of these folks, this will be a once in a lifetime, a once in a generational event for them. You think about it here, we don't see many EF4 tornadoes in Ohio.
I gotta be honest with you, here in our area, we rarely see signatures this strong on radar for a tornado.
I mean, you gotta think that this tornado was 3/4 to almost a mile wide at times as it came through the Dayton area. The last time we had a tornado that strong here in the Cincinnati area or even in southwest Ohio would have been the Blue Ash tornado with wind speeds of 170 miles an hour, and I just don't think folks really can truly comprehend those type of wind speeds. And I think that speaks to why so many people, when we were there on the ground, were just shell-shocked by the intensity of the tornado.
We got out, and maybe 10 minutes later it came through.
Blew the doors open, electricity, you see sparking, blast coming through the basement. It was the scariest thing I've ever encountered.
As a scientist, we appreciate and we respect the power of nature. Along with that power sometimes comes destruction. That particular evening, as I'm watching these storms cross out of Indiana into Ohio, I'm thinking, yes, they're producing tornadoes, but so far, most of the tornadoes they've been producing have been relatively weak. And I gotta be honest with you, I can't think of a time here in which I've actually been on the air covering tornadoes here in Cincinnati and southwest Ohio, in which I was almost speechless for a few minutes. Like literally, it was almost kind of hard to talk. You had that kind of sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach, and you kind of had that I guess probably the best way would describe it would be this anxiety a little bit. And you know, just as a human being, I'm thinking it's Memorial Day weekend, it's Monday night at 11 o'clock, folks are traveling, they're just getting home, you know, they're unpacking their cars, they're unpacking their kids. Yeah, they may know there could be some severe weather, but no one thinks that a tornado of 170-mile-an-hour winds will be bearing down on your neighborhood, because it always happens to someone else.